The biggest lie that you could ever believe is that your mistakes will cost you your future. Nothing could be further from the truth. I want to talk to you about that today. Hey everybody, Crusader Jay back with you today with another video. I want you to see a man who we call King David. The Bible says he was a man after God's own heart. But King David made a lot of mistakes in his life. I love looking at David's life because we can see ourselves when we see David. And David made many mistakes. David had many opportunities to quit. David could have chosen to be defined by his mistakes, by his downfalls, but he didn't. So I want you to think of your life this way. Think of your life as a book. Let me use me as an example. If my life were a book, I'd have some great chapters. I'd have some great stories. I'd have some funny stories. I'd have some tall tales. But I'd have some chapters that would make me blush. I would have some chapters in my book that would make me be embarrassed, that would make me ashamed if I allowed it to do such. But I want you to know about the big God that I serve. A God so big that he doesn't always erase the chapters. God especially does not erase the bad chapters. He doesn't tear those pages out of your book. He leaves them there. And that's what's interesting, is because these chapters in my book have been left there. But they didn't define me. They didn't determine the outcome of the book. And that's what you need to know. You may make some mistakes, just like David did. We could argue that chapter 21 of 1 Samuel is one of the worst moments of David's life. David made a lot of mistakes. David took bread under false pretenses, you could say. David lied more than once, even allowing his conduct, as poor as it was, to cause 85 priests to be killed. David pretended to be something that he wasn't to protect himself. David made a lot of mistakes in one chapter, but the end of David's story was a great one. And I want you to know that story applies to my life. I've got some bad chapters in my story. I've got some chapters that I'm not proud of in my book, but it's still a good book. And it's a book with a wonderful ending. And that's what you need to know. Don't allow your mistakes to determine the ending of your book. Don't allow the bad chapters to decide how your book's going to end. As long as you have Jesus Christ in your life, the chapters that are bad will still be overshadowed by all the good chapters that are yet to come in your life. And you're going to find that there's a happy ending to your story as well when you have Jesus Christ in your life. So I want you to know, don't try to hide the mistakes. Don't try to tear all the pages out that you consider to be bad chapters. Let them stay there as reminders that when you get to the good chapters of the book, the good chapters of your life, the ones where you can say, look at my testimony. Look at what God has done for me. When you get to those chapters, you can look back and you can say, it is those bad chapters in the middle of my book that made me have this wonderful story. Don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes you got to look inside. Sometimes we got to see all the things that make a book. The good, the bad, the ugly. But I can tell you, for me, God has made me proud that I was able to pull through those bad chapters. He's going to do the same for you as well. Be sure to check out this video right here. It's going to be one you'll enjoy. I'll see you on that video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Until next time, may the Lord bless you.